We're in the midst of another week of Major League Baseball madness, and while some teams are finally catching fire, others are spiraling downwards. And yes, the Cardinals are still hot, and everything that we talked about them last week still stands. So if you missed that episode, make sure you go back and watch the first ever 3 up and 3 down we had and we covered, because we're not going to have time to cover all of that today. We totally called the Cardinals, though. Let's dive into this week's 3 up and 3 down. First of all, 3 up, 3 teams that are on the rise, exceeding expectations from where they are currently. Number one, you've got the Texas Rangers. Yes, the Rangers just swept the Rockies, and yeah, we know that's not really a playoff preview, but you have to win the games that you're supposed to, especially when you're trying to climb back towards the top of the division. Jacob deGrom is looking very Jacob deGrom-y, and as a Mets fan, I know what he can be at his absolute best, and I'm cheering him on, unless he's pitching against my Mets, of course. But not just that, Patrick Corbin, he has a 3.35 ERA with 3 wins in his first 7 starts of the season, and that's adding an extra level of stability to this pitching rotation that even a lot of hardcore Texas Ranger fans were not expecting at the start of the season. Now, the real test coming up, the Houston Astros. Can Texas use this opportunity to vault towards the top of a division that it seems like nobody is really interested in winning right now? All right, number 2, and this is by far the hottest team in all of baseball right now, the Minnesota Twins. Say it with me, they are on a 10-game winning streak. They're the first team in the majors to hit a 10-game winning streak this season, and it all seemed to click after they had a series where they beat up and took 2 out of 3 from the New York Mets. Again, too much Mets against all these teams that are doing well. Now, sitting in the AL wildcard slot, the final one as of today with the doubleheader sweep against the Orioles. Now they have matchups ahead with the Royals and the Guardians for supremacy in what is surprisingly one of the best divisions in baseball as of right now, the AL Central. Buckle up, Minnesota Twins fans. This ride might actually be real. There might be something going here. The third team, and again, this is one that's going to annoy Mets fans, but we're going to roll for it, is the Atlanta Braves. After an 0-7 start, the Braves are fighting their way to try to get back over 500. If they can do it, they will be only the 5th team ever to start a season 0-7 and get back over 500. They had an opportunity tonight and they weren't able to do it. So they need to watch out because their bullpen still needs a little bit of help. It cost them the win versus the Nationals tonight, and it will haunt them in the future until or unless they can get it fixed. But if they can tighten up that late inning pitching, this team is veteran enough and has been through the trial enough times that they will be there. The only problem that they have is how many wild card spots are actually going to be available with the strong NL West in the picture here. But if they can tighten things up, then definitely something to do. If you are enjoying this, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're MetropoliFins, we're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. My name is Craig. I'm excited to bring you these teams that are on the rise. And unfortunately, for some of you fans, 3 teams that are slipping fast. Number 1, we have the Seattle Mariners. Is it possible to be a division leader and still look horrible? Well, that's exactly what the Seattle Mariners are doing right now. Somehow, they're leading the division while going 3-7 in their last 10 games. However, for the entire season, they're only plus 11 in run differential, which means that maybe there's some regression happening here. Julio is not playing like the guy that he needs to be. He needs to be the star of this team, take a little bit of pressure off of Cal Raleigh and some of the other guys in the lineup. The Vedder Cup, yes, that's a real thing. In case you haven't heard about it, is coming up in this series with the Padres this weekend. The Padres are hot as well, and this is going to be a difficult test. And the Seattle Mariners are going to have to figure out how to break out of this slump that they are in right now, or else they're going to break down from this lead that they've had in this division for the last little while here. And so they need to do it and do it fast. Number 2 slumping team we have is the Boston Red Sox. They are now sitting all the way down in 3rd in the AL East. They're 4-6 in their last 10 games, and things are not looking so Boston strong right now as we speak. This Rafael Devers situation is raising eyebrows, and I know everybody thinks like it's okay, but since it's come out, the team seems just to be struggling, and you cannot underestimate how much of a negative impact this sort of thing can have in a clubhouse, and maybe what sort of tension is building within the team. Their bullpen is also struggling a lot right now after getting swept by Detroit. Now they have to face the surging Braves and Mets in back-to-back series. Hopefully they have a plan to turn things around. But again, please, not against my Mets. Last team that is struggling, another division leader here, is the Chicago Cubs. While the Cardinals are catching fire, the Cubs are tripping on the smoke that's being sent up. They have dropped back-to-back series to the Giants and the Mets, and then they were unable to actually complete the sweep of the Marlins at home. Now, granted, they started the year with a difficult schedule, but now that they're in the easier part of the schedule, they have to be consistently stacking wins. And maybe winning 2 out of every 3 isn't going to be enough if the Cardinals keep winning at the pace that they are. They especially need to pick up the winning that they are doing at home, where they only have a 12-10 record at Wrigley. Well, that's it for this week's 3 Up and 3 Down. Let me know who I missed or who I got wrong in the comments.